automobile accident, when should you hire a personal injury lawyer? Today we're talking with David Greene from Greene and Phillips, and he's going to be answering that question for us. But first, how does a person know if he or she has a case after they've been involved in an accident?
That's a great question. We always ask people, if there's damage to either vehicle, there's probably damage to your individual person. So if there's damage to your vehicle, you may have a case. So it may be something that you want to look into, and you may want to consider talking to a personal injury lawyer.
Okay, now what about the financial obligations? Because some people say, well, maybe I just got a little bump and maybe I just have a scratch. Is it financially worth it for me to even hire a lawyer?
Right. Another good question. We always tell people, if there's damage to your car and you get checked out by the doctor and there's a doctor bill or a medical bill, then you probably do have a case. Lots of times people think that there's not a case because it's too small. I'm bothering the lawyers. Please don't think that. Lawyers are interested in looking at your case and making sure that you are taken care of. Our firm handles hundreds of cases in a year's time. As a matter of fact, every month we sign up about 100 cases, and so we're handling smaller cases and larger cases. Lots of those cases are smaller, where people are rear-ended, a few $100s in medical bills, a few $100s in damage to their vehicle, but they just don't know the process. Insurance adjusters can be, and I stress, can be very manipulative, in where they ask questions that will hurt your case. I was talking to someone just a moment ago before I left the office where an insurance adjuster absolutely manipulated the case, and they caused it to seem like there was not a case, where the person said, well, gosh, I didn't know to call a lawyer. I felt like from talking to the adjuster there was no case.
Yeah.
So just beware of talking to the insurance adjuster. We always say that. Don't give a statement to the adjuster. Talk to a lawyer first. Understand your rights.
Aren't most cases like this in automobile accidents, aren't most of them settled out of court?
Absolutely. We look at it and we think that basically about 98% of the cases are settled outside of court. And if you think about it, ultimately 100% of cases are settled, whether it's by court or by mediation or settlement before court. So all cases are ultimately settled, but about 98% of cases never go to court. And probably 95% of cases aren't even filed. In other words, filed with the court system. So having an advocate on your side that understands the process really gives you an advantage when you start trying to resolve your case.
If someone's in an automobile accident and they think, maybe I have a case, but maybe I don't, kind of like you were saying earlier, maybe it's too small, what is the best way to find out?
Call a lawyer. There are lots of personal injury law firms in Mobile. There's a number of them that actually really know what they're doing. And so I would absolutely say call a personal injury lawyer. Call Greene and Phillips. Stop by. Come by and see me. Be happy to look at your case. Don't feel like your case may be too small.
All right, so you can call Greene and Phillips if you're in an automobile accident, no matter how big or small.